Hello my wonderful Cancers, and thank you for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to be doing a belated July reading for the latter half of the month, so in between January 15th and January 31st. I apologize for being a bit late, but unfortunately I got caught up with classes. However, I trust in divine timing, so this message will resonate with you no matter what. So before we begin, I'm just going to shuffle the cards and talk to you guys a little bit. So I'm going to be pulling a random number of tarot cards. I don't have a specific number in mind or a specific spread or anything like that. I'm also going to try to pull 2 Moonology Oracle cards for you, as well as 1 Romance Angel card. And I ask that you please check out the readings for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus sign. Now, typically I don't include Venus in my readings, I just stick with Sun, Moon, and Rising. However, because I felt drawn to pull a Romance Angel card for this reading, please make sure you check out your Venus sign, because Venus is the planet of love. Also, while I am shuffling the cards, I want to talk to you about how I read tarot. So the way that I read tarot is intuitively. Now, what does that mean for me? I'm sorry, my cat. Now, what that means for me is I don't read the textbook or reference book definition of what the cards say. I like to do a combination of the traditional meanings of the cards plus what the universe tells me. I don't like labels. However, if I had to pick one that would fit the way that I read, like how the universe communicates with me, in order to give you the most accurate reading, it would be clairsentient. So I feel the different kind of energy and vibes that I get from the card, as well as sometimes I will get images or words that come into my head that also can be applied to the reading as well. This includes both just individual cards, so it could range anywhere from 1 card to the entire spread that I'm using. Either one, doesn't matter, anywhere in between. Same rules apply for oracle cards. However, I feel with oracle cards, the messages are more so clear, as they typically have, sentences written on them, so I don't have too much intuitive work going on. And I think that's pretty much it. Let me just cut the deck for you guys. We'll get started. Alright, so without further ado, what can my Cancers expect to see within the latter half of January 2019? Alright, so right off the bat, you guys got 2, 3, 4 cards. Okay, I feel like I should only pick the top 2 though. So that's what we're gonna do. So with these top 2, you can, usually the first card or cards that fall out are kind of the overall theme. So with this, you have the Chariot, as well as the 4 of Cups. So I'm kind of seeing this as move forward and don't be the 4 of Cups. You don't want to be the person who's sitting around and just waiting for things. You really want to take action, and you really want to go for whatever it is you're looking to go towards in the latter half of January. You don't want to sit around and wait. However, you may want to sit around and kind of contemplate what it is you really should go after. But don't wait for the opportune moment, because I don't think it's going to come. I don't think there's going to be a moment where you're like, yes, this is exactly when, where, and how I need to do this. You're just going to have to go for it. But totally fine if you need to sit and contemplate exactly what it is that you really are looking forward in. And manifesting or doing within January. Okay, let's see what else we got for you guys. I also apologize if you hear any background noise. I'm pretty sure one of my neighbors is playing the guitar. And because I live in an apartment, the walls are thin. Also, I'm like smacking my desk against the wall, which I should not be doing. It makes everything rattle and just could damage the wall. I don't want to pay for repairs, even though I doubt. Ooh, interesting. I doubt me smacking my desk against the wall is like gonna cause any real damage, but you never know. Okay, so yeah, the Four of Pentacles here. I feel like now's the time that you can be selfish. Okay, I feel now's the time that you really can look out for yourself and really kind of put yourself first and not, you know, have to deal with, you know, working with other people or anything like that. Yeah, that's pretty much all I'm getting, is it's totally okay to be selfish in the latter half of January. Not like excessively selfish, you know what I mean? Like you don't want to be, you know, like just rude or anything like that, but it's okay to put yourself first. It's okay to look out for yourself first, is what I'm saying with this card. Let's see what else we have for my wonderful Cancers. At least in my experience, every Cancer I've encountered has been very, this card must come out, has been very, you know, selfless and really looking out for others. So it's okay to put yourself first, right? Don't worry about it. Interesting. Okay, so I'm definitely going to pull a clarifying card for this, but you have the Nine of Swords, which I definitely feel that this is an inner, I'm instantly getting like some kind of inner battle. I don't feel like, well, for a couple of you, there are external forces that are causing you to have this. I feel specifically in regards to other people. But for the majority of you, I feel like it's definitely more so an inner kind of battle. But I am going to pull some clarifying cards here, see what comes up, see exactly what this Nine of Swords is all about. Interesting. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so this is for anyone who's dealing with other people. I'm going to pull another card first, because there are two groups of people that I'm dealing with here. There we go again, smacking my desk. I'm sorry if you can hear that. I need to push my desk closer to the wall, honestly, so like I can kind of lean against it and it not like shake. Because I like to, like, you know, rest my arm down on the table while I'm shuffling the cards. One more card for the other group of Cancers who are watching this video. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Ooh, interesting. Okay, I don't want to show you what this card is yet. So for the group that's having to deal with other people, I'm feeling a very feminine energy with this, almost like maybe a breakup. Maybe you've just recently broken up or separated with someone who you felt was very, very close and dear to you, that has more of a feminine quality. I'm feeling a very, very strong feminine vibe from this card. And I mean, it's the Queen of Pentacles, so it's kind of feminine as the card is itself. But I definitely feel like they may have walked away from you, and that left you in a bit of inner turmoil and a bit of just like, why did they do this? Like, why were they so selfish? Why were they so conceited? Why were they so, you know, so much looking inwards on yourself? And this is a lesson for you. This is definitely a lesson that you need to learn, is that sometimes your selflessness and constantly like doing stuff for other people can get a bit tiring, a bit annoying, that other person might think, you know, you're doing too much or something to that effect. That's really what I'm getting with this card. So that's definitely why you need to keep to yourself. And that's kind of the major theme that I'm seeing, you know, in regards to the three cards we pulled up before, is definitely to watch and look inward and watch yourself and really focus in on yourself. And really, you know, don't do so much for other people, because this person walked away from you possibly because they were kind of annoyed that you were doing so much for them. And that's a lesson from the universe in order to teach you that it's okay to say no. It's okay to look after yourself first. It's okay to do that. All right, so that's the first group of people who are feeling this discomfort and this stress and this anxiety and this sadness from an outside person. Now, the group of people who have it from an internal conflict You guys have the Tower. Now, don't be scared. I feel very good vibes from the Tower card, which I know, strange. Everyone, there are two cards in the tarot that people don't like seeing, and it's the Tower and Death card. However, I find that they're both the most like beautiful, beautiful cards, and they definitely show a lot, and they're very strong. I think also that's why I'm kind of going on a tangent here. Bear with me for a second. But I feel like because the Tower and Death have very, very strong energy as cards, that's why it's very off-putting. People kind of get scared that it's like just so much in your face that they're kind of like, that's why people don't really like it. But just because it's very strong energy doesn't mean it's necessarily negative energy. No, I really, really love the Tower card in this situation because it means that you are going to be getting out of this. You are going to be getting out of this, and you're going to do that by focusing in on yourself and really moving forward and putting yourself first. This is the change that you need to make. There might be a group of you who this is both, all right? Maybe you're experiencing both outside external forces as well as internal battles. I definitely see either one or both is definitely a big possibility. Let me just move some stuff around here. Okay. I really feel like this could be it, but I don't want to leave you guys with such few cards, so I am going to pull one more. But I do feel like the message for you has been delivered, but I am just going to pull, see if there's any other cards that want to come out. Just because I hate giving you such a short reading, but sometimes that's just, the message is short, you know? Alright, I'm going to shuffle this like probably about 6 or 7 more times, and okay, interesting. Alright, so, I love how I just said that, and then we're going to go with this one that came out on the bottom, because everything else in the pile. Hold on, I just gotta, if I can pick up, come on. So, the card that you got was the 8 of Pentacles, right? Yes, 8, I can count. So you have the 8 of Pentacles, and basically what this card is, it means through this hard work, through you focusing, yeah, okay, I really didn't have to pull this card, I was right. So this card is basically just confirming what I previously said about you really needing to work hard and work inward on yourself and really focus on yourself and put yourself first in order to, you know, really make the most out of the latter half of the month. Yeah, that's all this card was saying, was just clarifying the messages that I previously stated. Which there does get to a point where it's just like reaffirming the same message like over and over again. And at that point it's like the main message has been, you know, delivered and received, and there's really not much else I can add in on the subject. So, I'm going to move on to the oracle cards, so I'm going to hopefully pull 2 of these, if I can see them together. However, more could pop out, less could pop out, you know, it just depends. Ooh, what card was that? Okay, I'm just taking note of that card that fell out just in case it occurs, because it fell out in the pre-shuffle. So if I see that it occurs in the actual shuffle, then I know that it is a very big thing, but if it doesn't, then I know it was just a fluke, because basically whenever I do like this, I don't know what kind of shuffling method this is called, I'm sure it has a name, but whenever I do this, this was my pre-shuffle of just kind of getting the cards mixed up, and then whenever I do the overhand shuffle, that's my actual like shuffle to pull cards. That was probably a way more in-depth explanation than needed, but it's fine. Alright, I'm gonna give it one more of the pre-shuffles, and then we'll get started with the pulling process. Alrighty, let's see what the Moonology Oracle deck has for you. I'm feeling the same energy that I did when I was doing your tarot cards. So, if anything, you're probably just going to get similar messages that just kind of confirm or give you a bit more depth on what you specifically could do. Alright, I'm going to pull the bottom card here because it's kind of sticking out a little bit. It feels really good. I don't know why, but that card has very, very good energy in it. My cat's eating food, so I'm sorry if you hear him munching in the background. Oh, and there we go. Okay, so interesting. Alright, so the two cards that you got are Full Moon Eclipse, which is conclusions are within reach, and then New Moon in Capricorn, which is your hard work is paying off. So that's exactly what I was saying earlier with the tarot, is that you really need to work hard, you really need to put in the effort and really work on yourself, and when you do that, good things are to come, conclusions are within reach. You just need to make that effort to really put yourself first and put yourself out there, and it'll all be good. And it's gonna be a change, because, you know, the Tower card peeked out over here, so there's gonna be a change. It's gonna be something that you're not typically used to. It's not necessarily gonna be within your comfort zone. However, it's going to be something that you really need to do, and you really need to look inward and kind of face your demons, as they say. Look at your shadow self and really work on that, work on healing that and bringing out the positivity within you, and that will definitely help. Okay, so with the Romance Angels, I'd like to just note, make some room so I can shuffle. I like to just note that I view this as all kinds of love, not specifically romantic. It could be family, friends, your pet, coworkers, any kind of love. That's how I read these cards. I will say, just simply based on your tarot reading and the oracle cards, I don't feel like there's going to be any kind of new love or, you know, any kind of romantic feelings. Maybe, well, I don't want to say romantic feelings, because you definitely could have romantic feelings, but there's not going to be any kind of formed relationship here. Because, again, this is a time you need to work on yourself, right? And when you work on yourself, you really don't need to be focusing on, forming that relationship dynamic. But again, that's just what I'm feeling initially. It definitely, I could pull an oracle card here that completely changes the story. That's just what I am initially feeling. So, alright, after this shuffle, we are ready to go. Alright, so let's see what the Romance Angels oracles, oracle, not oracles, this one, ooh, in my confusion you have a card, let's see what we got. This kind of exactly coincides with what I said. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Yes, positive thinking, okay? Stop. Alright? You can move on from this Nine of Swords energy. You really can. I promise you. You've got this, right? The Tower's coming. There's going to be that change that you really need. Okay, if you stay optimistic and you stay positive and you work on yourself, good things will come in all aspects of love, because real, true love starts within your own being. Okay, you really need to learn to love yourself. And I'm not saying, completely love yourself. And, I don't want to be one of those people that, if you don't love yourself, you won't find, love on the outside, which that isn't true. That really is not true. Sometimes, you have two people come together and they both heal each other. That definitely happens. And one person could, need healing, and then the other person is healed, and, they help the other. So, but you definitely need to just accept that this is me, this is how I am, and, I'm working on loving myself. You don't have to completely be healed, and you don't have to completely 100% be okay with, parts of you. You can still have your insecurities, and you can still do that, but it's that acceptance that's really the beginning of truly loving yourself, and I think that's what this card is saying. So, all right, let me just see if there's any other messages. No, everything's been delivered. All right, guys. Thank you very, 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 very much for clicking on this video. Again, I apologize for the delay. You know, life happens. I'm human. However, I know that this is divine timing, so whenever you watch this video, whenever I, ended up filming it and uploading it, is the correct and perfect time for you. Alright guys, so that completes your reading. I hope you enjoyed it and it resonated. You can like, comment, subscribe if you feel drawn to. Let me know if you have any questions. All my social medias are in the description box below, along with my Etsy, where you can purchase a private reading with me if you feel drawn to do that. And yeah, I love you guys very, very, very much, and I will see you in the next video.